Hello everyone, welcome to Somnium Space. This time you can see that I have a different avatar. This one is called Noi. He's one of the Metaverse travelers and he was designed by Andy. You know Andy from our podcasts on Thursday, the NF Talks. So you can see some of his work here in action. Yeah, this one is really cool. I love him. It was a gift. Thank you, Andy, if you are watching. And yeah, we actually are starting today just with the sunrise, with this beautiful view to the city center and to the lake, which you can see just in front of us. Yeah, the lake is amazing at this time of hour in this Somnium Space Metaverse. You can see the reflections and yeah, it's just beautiful. Yeah, so for currently I'm running to the studio where we will be doing the interview. The man of the hour, the artist, the saxophone player, is with me here on in a Zoom. So
Yeah.
you can say a couple of words about yourself before I get there.
Okay. Yeah. So my name is Nifty Sax, and I've been a musician all my life. And usually I was playing live music. Then, of course, COVID kind of destroyed my business. But luckily, then I found NFTs around I think December last year. I started to hear something about it. So I'm very new. And but yeah, I realized this was an opportunity for me to actually maybe work from home and still do what I love, which is make music and record and express myself. So then I thought about what I could do, and I came up with this collection of 100 saxophone improvisations, and where I usually use some light psychedelics, let's say, and I just let go of all judgment and control. And so everything that I've learned in all my 20 years of experience is able to just come out completely unfiltered. And so I thought it would really match with the concept of NFTs because every improvisation is completely unique and it's irreplaceable. So yeah, I recorded this 100 tracks in a short span of about a week or two, and I never edited anything, and I never discarded any of the recordings. So all of the recordings are there, and they're very, very different from one another. So they go from really chill and peaceful to like completely crazy and dissonant. Yeah, this is just a few just a few words about me, and then I guess we can talk later also about this collaborative project that we're doing also with Kate Alexandria, where we invited 100 artists to actually do the cover arts for all these 100 tracks.
Yeah, it's that's pretty cool. I for sure love audiovisual art. We had a lot of different artists, a lot of different takes here in the interview. You are the first saxophone player, so that's exciting. I love the instrument. I'm really bad at music, but I still love it. Also, I see that a lot of the people that are currently from the Twitch chat are probably from your own group. You have
Oh
quite
yeah,
a lot of
definitely.
people there. So, hello everyone and welcome. And I think maybe it would be a good idea to start with one of the tracks so people can get a better idea what the music is actually about. So, let's see.
Sure.
Awesome. Yeah, I need
Uh,
to improve my audio setup, especially for things like that, so I can fade it out and so on. But
that's okay.
yeah, I think people get good idea. At least those ones that haven't heard about you and are new to the project. And yeah, so let's.
Yeah.
When
So
you
just to
created the music, right? But did you also created these visuals for it?
Yeah, I created the visuals. I mean, they're pretty simple, just with After Effects. Just a few. Basically, the those rainbow stems are synced to the frequencies, basically of the tracks. It's fairly simple, but yeah, basically every there's they go between pretty much 40 hertz, which is a very low frequency, to about 2400, which is kind of medium. And so they represent what's going on in the song in the spectrum of the frequencies. And Kate Alexandria provided me with this. I told her, like, I wanted to make some audiovisual for the tracks, and so I told her, why, maybe can you do something like something like a saxophone with the, then I'm gonna put the numbers in there. And so yeah, then she gave me this saxophone with this very psychedelic colors and the bubble. And so then I animated all the bubbles with After Effects. And Kate is the one also that is helping me in this Legato 100 project to involve all of these amazing artists that are joining us for the covers. And that one in particular, that track number 100, is a little bit special because it's made up of many different loops, and actually all the other ones are just one single saxophone improvisation, so they're much more raw and really pure. So that's it's really, those are the ones that came out completely unfiltered. The other one, number 100, is something that I spent a little bit more time on because I wanted it to be a little bit more special.
Yeah, I can see that there are even some some story pictures there.
Yeah,
This bear, the poor guy.
yeah,
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 that's
they're
pretty
really
cool.
beautiful. I'm so excited. The artists that are joining, it's just, it's unbelievable. Like they have so it's just unbelievable to me, like what they can come up with. Basically, we told them, okay, here's the title and here's a rough description of what the title means, because all the titles have an adjective and a crypto reference, and they're titled alphabetically. And some of them were really tough, but I was so excited to see what they came up with. So the project, as you can see, it's still not even finished. We're still uploading, we're still receiving some submissions. And but yeah, we already got so much cool stuff. I'm so excited.
Yeah, it's awesome. Yeah, we can see even yield farming here in
Yeah,
your collection. Oh,
yeah,
so many different styles in one collection. Put it together. Yeah, it's awesome. So you are like a curator, right? You are the person that holds all this project and all of these ideas
yeah,
together.
yeah. Me and Kate Alexandria, which is now I see in the chat as Cake Ecstasy. She's also helping me to recruit all these artists. And basically, I always I tell her to do the curation of the visuals, because I have been doing music all my life, and I don't pretend to be a connoisseur. So she's usually the one going through all the submissions and picking the artists.
Cool, cool. Yeah, super. Good job, Kate, and thank you for joining us
Yeah.
here. It's awesome. Also, if you would like to maybe say something, then after we finish the talk, I can invite you to the Zoom. If you'd like to do that. Okay, so far, so that's awesome. So far, you started just like many artists, right? Yeah, there's like a problem. I can't do what I usually do, and yeah, I need to eat. So
Yeah.
you ventured into NFT space, but still you could just create something for yourself. But yeah, you instead of that chose to create project with 100 different different artists. Tell us a little bit more about the genesis of that project.
Yeah, so basically, we once I finished the collection and I put all the songs up, all the covers were just like the ones that you see with the saxophone and the number, which was cool, but it was also maybe hard to like to get discovered basically, because when you were stumbling upon the page you were just seeing a bunch of saxophones, and some people even thought, oh, okay, this guy is just like doing some generative art, really lazy, and if they're all saxophone, they're all the same. But
Yeah.
actually, because they didn't realize that there was music inside there. So then with Kate, we were talking about it. Okay, what can we do? And so we thought, why don't we ask the community to help us, and if they want to collaborate with us, and maybe they would be happy to do covers for these songs. And so then we asked around on Twitter, and actually, yeah, also on some Discord channels, like the NFT goddesses really came through, and they brought a lot of awesome people. I don't know if you're familiar with the NFT goddesses. It's
No,
a cool
tell
group
us
of
something
female
about it.
artists. Oh, I don't know so much about it, but yeah, they're a group of female artists supporting each other, and they have really cool artists in there, and they're doing amazing art. And we have a few of the of the goddesses with us. Um, yeah, so yeah, then basically after we found the first 10, 20, 30 people, then the word started to spread a little bit, and so now we are almost at full capacity, but we actually still we have still a few spots left. So if anybody that is listening would like to join, just send me a private message, or Kate, and we'll be happy to have you.
Yeah, so
Yeah,
for
so basically it was really
everyone that's listening,
sorry.
like this is a really great opportunity, I think, for everyone. So for those of you that are online right now, that's it's really good. Maybe if you are not the one, but you know some artists that would like to join, use the opportunity of being between the first one to hear about it here, because I imagine that well, there will not be many spots left in a couple of days. So it's pretty cool.
Yeah, thanks. No, it was so it's in such a short time everything just developed. Basically, I think we launched maybe 2 weeks ago or something like that. And yeah, it's the people that we found are just amazing. Like we have now our own little community, and yeah, the art just blows me away. Like there's so much creativity.
Yeah, that's cool. And that's actually like a very different from what were you doing before. So how are you handling that? Because being just the one artist that is doing their own stuff, yeah, I imagine it takes like some organizations. You did different events, probably like live events and so on. But now you have different people that you work with, like Kate. You have whole community of other artists that sort of rely on you, and you are creating this like really big project. So how does it feel?
Yeah. Yeah, it's well, for me it's definitely very new, because I've been always a musician, and I was just used to just going out to play and get some money and go home. That was all I was doing for like the past 10 years. So I never had like a stable or regular job or office job, so I also was not used to actually managing such a project. So this is actually, again, all thanks to Kate, which has a bit more experience in this, and she's very organized. So then we created a Google registration form, and then we created a Discord, we created a website, I mean a page on my website, with all the describing the project and explaining to everyone how to apply, and how to send their art. And yeah, then little by little, uh, it just formed into this beautiful thing. But yeah, it's definitely very new for me, and it's it's kind of keeping me sane through all of this, because yeah, I still cannot really play. I don't know if in other countries maybe people can have concerts, but I think in most places it's still not really happening the way it was before. And so yeah, this is just very exciting. I think I will continue doing this no matter what, even if I at some point can go to play again. I definitely want to continue because this is giving me a chance to actually really express myself to the max, because I'm not filtered by labels or anything. And also I love the anonymity aspect of it, because on with my real name I was already a little bit sort of known, and so maybe there were expectations about what I was gonna come up with. And here I am completely free. I can really play what I want to play, and I don't need to feel ashamed of it or anything. And yeah, so that aspect I love. And then also, of course, the community that is just I've never experienced this really, like in the music business. I don't know, usually there's so much negativity, and I don't know, it was a bit rough in my experience. Of course, not everywhere and not in all the circles, but there is a lot of bitterness also, especially in the jazz circles. And in the
Really?
NFT community I found oh yeah, yeah,
Oh,
yeah, I don't know
so
why.
I would like to hear about that. I would never expect that.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on in the jazz, but yeah, there's a lot of well, first of all, there's a lot of gatekeeping happening for whatever reason. Like I don't know, for example, I don't know if you're familiar with the concept of a jam session, but it's basically when jazz musicians get together and play some standards. And it's yeah, it can be pretty tough. I mean, it of course it helps you to grow, and it definitely helped me to grow when I was first starting out and going to jam sessions, and I was horrible, and people were like giving me bad looks and just, I don't know, kicking me off the stage or whatever. But it definitely helped me to get back home and practice harder. But still, that's pretty rough. And
Yeah.
so yeah, actually here in the NFT community, I feel like it's so new, and it's such a wild west that I don't know, somehow there is more inclusivity and people are happy to welcome newcomers, because there's not like this scarcity mentality. Like there's space for everybody, especially if you're doing your own thing.
Yeah.
There's not gonna be so much competition as long as you are original. And so yeah, I love that aspect.
Yeah, yeah, and I actually hear this from everyone, and I think it's just a common experience, and also maybe a reason why people will, like, a lot of artists will stay here even when the physical scene come back. So as you mentioned, regarding this, how do you look at the future? So, well, there will probably be some future sooner or later when you will be able to come back to the physical world and
Yeah.
continue to play. So, for how do you plan to balance everything up? And do you plan maybe some other project in NFT space after you've finished this one? Because yeah, I see that there's a lot of
Yeah.
space there, but still you already went quite a long part of the journey.
Yeah, I definitely, there's a lot of plans in the works. And so I'm doing also some other audio visuals with Kate as well, with other music that I produce. But then of course after this, when we are finished releasing all the tracks, which is going to be on the 29th of June, we also are going to do a big NFT with all of the covers together. And that's still a little bit of a secret. It's still in the works, but it's going to be pretty exciting. It will be also an audiovisual piece, and it will contain all of the covers. Then after that, I think even when I can play, I just love the I just love to release music this way. I don't think I will go back to looking for a label and then trying to explain what I want to do, and then having the label tell me, ah, but maybe this is not gonna sell. You need something else or whatever. So here, I just do what I want, and I release what I really want to release. And this has been such a creative explosion for me. I never felt like this in many years, because I always thought of like, oh, what is gonna sell? Maybe I need to do an album like this or an album like that. And here, I really don't care. I really feel like what I'm doing is art, and so whatever comes out, that's what it is. And so yeah, this is definitely what I'm planning to do. Also, when I can play, I will keep releasing my music this way, hopefully involving also some of my other collaborators, maybe also some we might even do some jazz albums released through NFTs. And I also have another couple of big collections also in the works. I have some ideas that I still need to develop, so there's definitely a few years of work that I can do before I run out.
I'm sure if, that people that are looking or will like your collection would be looking to be your collectors. Probably like to hear that. Also,
Thanks.
so, NFA Art is saying that she or he excited about the big piece. Uh, do
Mm.
you know what they mean by that?
So yeah, basically the big piece, she's referring to the NFT where we will put all of the covers, and there will be also a music track. So I can explain a little bit. I mean, it's not that much of a secret. So this is the plan. I have
Not anymore.
yeah, exactly. So I will assign to every cover one note, and then I am creating a big musical piece with all of the covers creating a harmony together, because this is what the project is about. Legato means tied together in music, you know.
Right.
So this is what we want to do. We want to tie together all of these artists and all of these beautiful cover arts into one big musical piece. And so this is the plan, basically. So then all of the notes will come together to create this hopefully beautiful harmony. And then yeah, then we will put that NFT on auction. Hopefully we can raise some awareness to it, and then all of the proceeds will be shared among all of the artists involved, of course. And yeah, this is that's the big NFT that I think she's referring to.
Oh, that's cool. I like how just it changes the game I think, because before it was always every artist for themselves, and then there were maybe like some people that organized, I don't know, event or something where they brought the artists together, uh, but still the artists were like the lone wolves in
Yeah.
music, in visual arts, in I don't know, other sorts of production, I guess, as well. They were maybe part of some bigger machinery, but still, they were for themselves. But now I just keep hearing about projects like this. There's also another that I am part of, not an art club, another 100 artists that are creating one big piece of art together, every one of them participating. And there's so many more, uh, even like smaller ones, where it could be for like basically what you are doing on the
Mm.
micro level when there is particular sex track, and there is some visual art that you put together together with Kate, and you create an NFT. So, but you are doing it in larger scale as well. So, there's just
Yeah.
so many of the things like that. So, what do you think like that mean for the future of art and music?
Yeah, this is also, yeah, this is very exciting also for me just to think about. Um, and yeah, the idea of collaboration, of course, um, might be new to some artists, because yeah, they were used to being their own little island, especially because maybe also, yeah, this feeling that there was some gatekeeping, and it's really hard to get into the real art business or the real music business. And here we are all kind of pirates. We are really on the open sea, and just we can also get together and really have our own clan, and then have some strength in that, because we don't need any more gatekeepers. We can, if we get together, we can be pretty strong. And so this is also what the community was about. We thought, okay, we are new to the space. It seems really hard also to get noticed even in this space.
Yeah.
But why don't we get together with other people that are also new here? And the beauty that this is on the internet, we could get together from people from whatever, the Philippines or the US or Africa, wherever they are. And so this is pretty revolutionary, because even if you could collaborate before, maybe sending files to one another, but it was difficult. It was hardly ever done in the traditional music business, and I assume probably in the traditional art business. So that's really what's exciting for me. And I do think that we will move towards also releasing music like this in general, and collecting music again.
Collecting music, how would that look like?
Well, this is a little bit of a of a side project that I'm not even sure if I should talk about it. But yeah, basically, I'm sort of thinking of together with Kate to start a new platform to release music and collect it, because basically what the thought is that people don't really own music anymore. They just listen to it, and so it's consumed. Music is just consumed,
Yeah.
and it's very fast. The turnover is really quick. Like, you listen to something and then maybe, yeah, you put it in a playlist or whatever, but it's just gone. And and I do like to own music. Maybe I'm a little bit old school, so we thought to, yeah, we have something in the works on that. So we are thinking about the marketplace where you can actually own the music, and then all the mechanics of it. Maybe we would probably better keep it a secret still, but
Yeah, yeah, of course.
that's the idea. And I do think that this is really where the music business needs to go, because this will also free up a lot of new artists to be able to, they can just release there, and actually people would collect their music and not just listen to it on some random playlist and then forget about it. And this also, of course, the idea is to bring back also a lot of old vinyls that went out of print, that are really, really expensive and difficult to find, to bring them to a digital space. So that's the idea.
Cool. And yeah, actually, like tied to all of that is probably like sensitive topic of copyrights.
Yeah.
So I don't know if you want to talk about it, but how do you look at at that? Because like now you are starting to deal with NFTs, where like it's of course sensitive there as well, but also like not many people actually understand what they are buying,
Yeah.
but they are buying the NFT, and sometimes not even the one that's minting it actually don't understand what is selling. So how do you look at that and the future of copyrights in music industry?
Yeah, this is also, yeah, this is another big topic, and I still feel, yeah, this is definitely the Wild West. It's still very, very early days for music in the NFT space, I feel. Yeah, my idea is that if you own the music, then so this would be pretty revolutionary actually, if actually it comes to happen the way I envision it. But basically, my idea is that if you own the music, you don't need to pay the performance rights organization, which is probably pretty bad for some people. They might think, oh, what the hell, like especially me, I'm a musician, what the hell am I talking about? But I think there will be other ways to collect royalties, and they will be better. So because this is a very big issue that I know, like with bar owners and restaurant owners, they're always complaining, we have to pay whatever it is, GEMA or CI or PRS or whatever country they're in. They have to pay the performing right organization. They have to pay a monthly fee, and this is very costly for them. And just because they will play the radio, but I think that basically our idea is that you can buy the music and own it, and then people can also buy the basically like a token to access to a certain playlist, and once they have the access token, they can just play it, and they don't have to pay the performing rights organization, because they just paid access to it indefinitely. They basically own access to the NFTs. So I don't know. This is there are many. We're still discussing this, and this is very complicated. This gets into probably there's a lot of legal trouble that needs to be sorted out. But yeah, I do think that this will be revolutionary in maybe 5 or 10 years. It will still take quite a while, but yeah, there will be some big revolutions, I think, coming in this space. I don't know, what do you think?
Yeah, this is actually quite a nice idea. I expect that there will be a lot of different models how to do that, and with visual arts, I actually think that in many cases, like the copyrights that we have right now will become like obsolete, and actually because like the copyrights should be there for the artists, but
Yeah.
in some cases, like in NFT space, I believe that they will work against the artist. Where, uh, but it will, as you say, it will take a long time for people to discover all of the possibilities, opportunities, and maybe design new ways how to do it. Because, like for example, if I am an just new artist that no one knows me. I have one follower that is my wife on Twitter or something like that, and I create something cool. I put it out there, and like no one will buy it because no one knows me. But
Mm.
then suddenly someone really famous mints like my piece and
Mm.
or something very similar to that. So then either you can be mad and you can sue them and maybe win. I don't know. I don't know much about the
Yeah.
copyright. Or you can be like cool. Like someone noticed me and like minted a copy of my work. So I actually own the Genesis piece of that, which was sold for I don't know 50 ETH or something like that. So then it's just like how I see it is that it would actually help me a lot because it would legitimize me in the space because someone really
Mm.
big like me and then the collectors actually bought to the idea even if it was connected to that other brand. I don't know, it's just
Mm.
like my sort of view. It can be like really complicated and
So in that
who
example, the artist would have gotten paid by this other big influencer that minted the piece. I didn't understand.
Yeah, so for
Or
like in that example, for you would like or for the artist would just learn about it, and it would be maybe like stolen or something like that. So it's that worst
mm,
case scenario that happens. But
yeah,
then I'm actually like saying that it can be actually good for the artist because it can help them to get from that point where no one knows them to being like known by the community. Of course, they would need to do the work to actually like prove, okay, I actually minted it before. But like comparing to what was before, everyone can very simply check, okay, like this guy minted it and like I don't know 6 months after this another guy, and it's like almost
yeah,
exactly the same thing. So there's not like it's very easy for comparing to the past where if someone stole something from you, it might be really difficult to prove that you actually created it. So
yeah. That is true.
I
That's
think
true.
that this transparency could really help some of these problematic cases, and
Mhm. Yeah,
then
that's actually very interesting. But yeah, because there were many. And sorry to cut you off, but yeah, there
yeah.
were many cases where there was a very small artist, a very small musician that maybe had a really cool track, and then some famous artist just completely ripped it off, and it was really hard then to actually prove that they came up with it, and actually they actually got a lot of hate from this big artist fan. Oh no, you're just lying, you're just in it to for the attention. It was actually really hard for some people. And yeah, maybe actually, yeah, this could be a way to show, look, I did mint it, and it's right here on the blockchain. So yeah, that's actually really cool.
Yeah, and you can then of course, like, you can go that aggressive way and you can sue them and so on, or you can like post something like, thank you for you big guy for like noticing my track and like
Yeah.
minting it as well. You guys, if you like to have the actual Genesis piece, you can click on this link.
Mm.
you,
Yeah,
you
that's
know,
interesting. Yeah.
make it like positive.
Undercutting them. Yeah, yeah. That's
but
interesting. Yeah.
but I don't know. I don't know. It never happened to me. So I've like, I don't know if it would be the way that I would choose. But I'm just
Yeah,
saying
yeah.
that the NFT, uh, the attributes of NFTs give you this another opportunity that you didn't had before.
Yeah, yeah, this is very interesting. Yeah, there was also recently a Twitter space about this, about NFT licensing, which is also very, very interesting. There was a talk with a few collectors. And yeah, then this also is a topic that is very new. There is no regulation still. So I think it's really, really hard to catch these copy minters and stuff like that. But yeah, if we little by little move into more regulation, let's say, at least there are some entities maybe that can keep track of what's happening in what's being minted, and maybe give some sort of identifier to it, and then maybe one day it might be easier to catch these people that are copy minting. But
Yep.
another idea was to have a license, so attached to your NFT, where people could actually use the what like whatever you work, you if it's a music track or a visual artwork, then you could give some rights to the buyer. You can say, okay, you can this is completely open source, let's say, like you can use it and just do whatever you want with it. Like this is what I say in my track description. I say that if you buy my tracks and you're a producer or whatever, you want to use my track for an audiovisual, just go ahead and do it, as long as you attribute the rights to the music. And other people might say, no, I don't want you to do that, or maybe other people might even say, yeah, do that, but I want 15% from the profits of what you're making. So these were the three options, I think, that were talked about in that Twitter space that I was in. And this is very interesting, but there's still no enforcement, and I would love for this enforcement to be trustless. Even that would be even better if there is no
Wow, would be
central
cool.
entity controlling all of this. um, so yeah, one day I hope we move on to that, where we can attach this sort of licenses to the actual NFTs. And so in a trustless way, if you want 15% of every work that is produced with that particular track, then you will get it, no matter if the people send it to you or not. That would be
Yeah,
nice.
that sounds really great. And then maybe even some artists, especially the new ones, could maybe in beginning of their career sell like NFTs, like access to maybe all of the things that they will create
Yeah,
in their music. So when they could mint five of these to give people that believe in them in beginning, with or
yeah,
without the commercial rights. Yeah, that would be super cool. Yeah. Nice. And
yeah, yeah.
they would get to prove, okay, like, I really believe this guy. In the beginning, I was there, and yeah, so many
Definitely.
opportunities, so many opportunities.
Yeah, it is really exciting. That's why I'm loving this so much, because I feel like I mean, of course, I was late in a way, but I still feel it's so early, and if it's for the first time, I am part of a little revolution because when the I don't know, when the internet came around, I was too young, and I couldn't really take part of that revolution. But now there is this new yeah, this new way of releasing artworks that it's I feel it's still very, very, very new, and so there are so many opportunities, so many ideas that can be implemented. And also there is not so much competition, I feel, and there's what we were talking about before, so much inclusion. I love it.
Yeah, that's, yes, sounds really great. And Maybe for the last topic, since we are here in the metaverse, which is
Hmm.
the fully persistent world, where I've actually we could even meet with each other. You could have your own avatar, like this mine. You can have another one. Oh, it's a broken animation a little bit, but. Yeah, we could meet here. There are actually even concerts here. One is tomorrow, where like there are the different
Mm,
avatars. This guy that is singing. It's live, and yeah, it's pretty cool. It's in VR.
nice.
And have you also give some thoughts about like events in virtual space?
Oh yeah, I was actually I was thinking about that. I wanted to organize a live recording session with some like the way that I recorded the Nifty Sax tracks. So like completely unfiltered, just go and record. And yeah, I was thinking if it would be possible to do it in some sort of virtual space where people can just come and sit down and listen and basically kind of watch the recording happening. That would be awesome. I'm still very new to this, so I don't really know how to even organize an event like that. But yeah, that would be awesome to do something like that.
Yeah, this sounds cool. Yeah, then we can catch up after the this interview and
No, definitely.
think of creating something. I think it was be really cool. I'm doing more like visual art, but I have a couple of people that are working a lot with like artists like you
Mm.
with the audio and are actually, understand it a little bit more as well. So for
Okay.
me, it's just like cool. But yeah, we could for sure create something like that, and maybe if, even
Yeah.
later some sort of concert. I don't know. The opportunities are
Yeah,
endless.
definitely. That sounds amazing. I mean, this is what I love about it. There's so many options, and yeah, like a concert sounds great. And I love the idea that everybody can just actually feel like they're there because there's this virtual space. It's not just like a stream. It's a little bit more, just a little bit more real.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. And here is actually spatial sound, so you get to
Oh,
even like you are listening to the music, usually amplified by mic, so you get like good sound everywhere. But then you can just go outside and talk to the other guy. But because it's like spatial sound, so the main group can't hear you, and you are not interrupting them, so it really feels like a physical space where there's like some
mm,
disco or concert or something like that, and people are
yeah,
like partying, enjoying the music, and then someone wants to tell something or just discuss. So they go a little bit farther and to just talk. Yes,
yeah.
this
That's
is
nice.
like really cool.
Yeah, that's really nice because this is actually something that you can't really do on just a regular live streaming concert. You cannot just talk to the audience. And I love the idea that you can just say, hey, let's just, I don't know, this song is boring. Let's just go have a chat outside or something. I like that. Even because as a musician, I don't know, I just prefer that than people just, I don't know, just getting bored. And I like the idea that they can just go outside and have a virtual cigarette or something.
Yeah, yeah. Well, for, in this case, it's actually a little bit different because it's not that they would be bored, but they are actually using like these concerts with this guy, he's called Jembi, is doing them for
Hmm.
months already, and the core community here in Somnium Space is coming there to hang out, and for
Yeah.
some, it's like the event of the week to meet the other people and just catch up with them and so on. So even they like the music, but then for someone that they want to tell them something, they see in
Yeah.
there, so they hug them in the VR
That's awesome.
and talk to them. So it has this like club feeling that it's not
Oh
a
yeah,
concert, but it's more like a club. I like it.
that's really cool. Yeah, I will try to attend some of these events for sure. I want to see if I can manage tomorrow. Definitely.
Perfect. So I think no. Is there anything else that you would like to mention?
No, I think that's it. I just want to reiterate again that we have a few spots open. So if anybody wants to join us in creating a cover art, just send me a message, and then I will send them all the info. There, because there is also some compensation, of course, also from not just from the big NFTs that we're doing. There is also they also get a share of the whole Nifty Sax collection. So maybe they might be in it for that as well. And yeah, I think that's it. I just yeah, you can't find me wherever you are. I'm on Twitter as Nifty Sax, and that's it.
Okay, cool. So for you guys that are on Twitch, if you have some question, feel free to type them in the text chat. I don't know play for the 100 piece, which I understand is a bit different and special than the other
Yeah,
ones. And then if you will have some questions, we will discuss them. If not, then we will close it up. And also,
sounds good.
if you like the stream and what I'm doing, follow, or then if you're looking at it on YouTube, like, comment, and subscribe, because I'm doing like 5 or more events like this each week. Some are in podcast like this, some are exhibition in the virtual gallery where people can actually come there as avatars and talk to the artists, and it's in the actual space. No, it's like a simplified version because it's very difficult to create like 5 and more of these each week. But yeah, still a lot of different formats that I am testing, and yeah, it would help me a lot if you follow. And yeah, thank you for Kate and NFA Art for following. That's awesome. And now I will play the music, and if you have the questions, post them there. Okay, so that was amazing end to wonderful show that we had here. And yeah, so we are actually now coming to the afternoon here in Somnium Space, and our
Oh wow.
show is over. So thank you all for watching. There were no more questions, just a lot of people for loving the show. So that's something I really love to hear. And thank you for Nifty Sax for joining us.
Thank you for
And
having me.
there, it's definitely will not be for the last thing that we will do together. Maybe
Oh,
for
thank
maybe a
you.
concert or for maybe something else because there's absolutely a lot of potential
For sure.
going on there, and your community is amazing. Just from what I was able to like witness here in the
Yeah.
chat. So thank you, Nifty Sax. Thank you all for joining us, and have a nice day. Goodbye.
Yeah. Thank you very much. See you next time. Bye.